The two key vitamins that might be weakening your legs after 60. If you're starting to notice that your legs feel weaker, heavier, or more sore, it could be a sign of something concerning. Simple tasks like standing for long periods, walking, or climbing stairs may be feeling increasingly difficult. If that's the case, this video could shed light on a surprising cause that you might never have guessed, and it could be the key to understanding why this is happening. It turns out, certain foods and vitamins, while often thought of as beneficial, might actually be contributing to this problem. A combination of two vitamins in particular might be draining the strength from your legs. These vitamins, which you may already be taking, could be unknowingly weakening your muscles, straining your joints, and making your legs feel unstable and uncomfortable. The worst part? These dangerous vitamins are part of your daily routine. With every meal and drink, you could be feeding the very weakness you're experiencing. But it doesn't stop there. The two vitamins you're probably using right now could be accelerating muscle loss and putting your legs at risk. You likely purchased them with good intentions, hoping to protect your body and strengthen your bones. But in reality, they might be doing the opposite. This video will expose the truth about these vitamins and the foods you're eating. You'll learn what's really causing the fatigue, swelling, stiffness, and pain that keeps coming back. Most importantly, you'll find out what to avoid and what changes to make to restore your energy, vitality, and independence. If you want to keep your legs strong for years to come and age healthily, stick with me until the end. However, after the age of 60, they might quietly become a threat to your leg health. Consuming too much refined sugar triggers inflammation throughout your body, particularly affecting your muscles and joints. Chronic inflammation makes your legs more sensitive, painful, and susceptible to deterioration. Excess sugar is also linked to increased insulin resistance, which drains your muscles' energy. When muscles lack the energy they need, they weaken and become less effective. Plus, too much sugar can lead to weight gain, which places extra pressure on your legs. Every additional pound forces your lower body muscles and joints to work harder, leading to more wear and tear, discomfort, and a sense of weakness. This is especially concerning for older adults who naturally lose muscle mass over time. Additionally, sugar increases the production of toxins in the body, which only worsens inflammation. The more inflammation you have, the harder it becomes to maintain strong, healthy legs. Did you know that sugar also affects your blood flow? Excessive sugar raises the risk of vascular problems, which restricts circulation to your lower limbs. Poor circulation means your leg muscles get less oxygen and fewer nutrients, making tissue repair and muscle recovery slower. The enjoyment of that sweet treat could be doing more harm than good for your health. Beyond its metabolic effects, sugary foods are lacking in essential nutrients for muscle health, like proteins and magnesium. Essentially, you're consuming empty calories that weaken the body instead of strengthening it. Over time, this type of unbalanced diet can lead to muscle loss, the primary culprit behind decreased mobility. So the next time you reach for that slice of pie or piece of cake, remember, what seems like an innocent indulgence could actually be contributing to your leg weakness, undermining your strength and independence. Factory-made sweets are not just full of sugar, they're also loaded with chemical additives like artificial dyes and preservatives that can worsen inflammation. These additives disrupt the body's natural balance and have an immediate negative effect on the muscles. When combined with sugar, they create a harmful health cocktail. One significant change you can make is swapping these sugary treats for natural alternatives. Consider sprinkling cinnamon on fruit or enjoying homemade desserts with less sugar. You can still indulge in a sweet treat but with smarter choices that respect your body. Your legs and your taste buds will thank you. Fried foods. We all know that fries are tempting, but after 60 their effect on the body is impossible to ignore. Packed with trans fats and saturated fats, fried foods trigger higher levels of inflammation in the body. This inflammation can directly impact your muscles and joints, stiffening the legs, increasing discomfort, and making them more prone to injury. But it doesn't stop there. The fats in fried foods also restrict blood flow, which impairs oxygen delivery to the muscle. Without proper circulation, the body struggles to heal and strengthen itself. Additionally, these foods can lead to blockages in blood vessels, further restricting the flow of nutrients to your leg muscles. Over time, this weakens the body's foundation and speeds up joint wear. Items like donuts, chicken nuggets, and French fries are major culprits. So let me know where you stand today. Leave a comment and don't hesitate to ask anything. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and enable notifications so you never miss the best health advice from Senior Health. If this video resonates with you, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. When consumed regularly, these fried foods can overwhelm your skeletal and circulatory systems. The flavor simply isn't worth the harm they cause. Have you ever noticed that after a meal full of fried foods, your legs feel sore and heavy? That's your body reacting to the excess fats. The The long digestion time uses up energy that could have been used to fuel your muscles. This imbalance leads to leg fatigue. Fried foods are also linked to weight gain, which puts even more strain on the lower body. They have low nutritional value, meaning they offer very few vitamins, minerals, or proteins that are essential for muscle health. Relying on this type of food leads to an unhealthy balance in your diet, which encourages muscle loss. Less muscle means weaker legs that lack stability and strength, making it harder to carry weight, climb stairs, or walk with confidence. One of the easiest ways to maintain mobility and independence is by cutting out fried foods. Opt for healthier cooking methods to preserve your leg strength. White bread. White bread, a common breakfast and snack staple, is made from refined flour, a process that removes most of the fiber and essential nutrients. This results in a carbohydrate that's quickly absorbed into the bloodstream, causing blood sugar spike. These fluctuations can directly affect muscle health, particularly in the legs, leading to weakened muscles over time. White bread and muscle weakness. Regular consumption of white bread can lead to metabolic imbalances, contributing to fatigue and weakness. White bread is low in fiber and high on the glycemic index, which can increase insulin resistance. This lack of fiber impairs the absorption of glucose into muscle cells, reducing the energy your muscles need for daily activity. When muscles don't receive enough energy, it becomes harder to maintain their firmness, which over time can lead to muscle mass loss, a natural occurrence as we age. White bread, in this case, stops being a neutral food and starts to actively contribute to muscle weakness. Its impact goes beyond just glucose. Since it's low in protein and essential minerals, it doesn't support muscle recovery or growth. To combat sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass, older adults require more protein. Consuming white bread daily, without considering alternative protein sources, depletes your body over time, resulting in weak and unsteady legs. In addition to not supporting muscle health, white bread can also promote weight gain, especially when paired with butter, cheese, or sugary dessert. Extra weight adds strain to your already fragile legs, increasing pain, inflammation, and the risk of injury. What might seem like an innocent treat can eventually limit your mobility and compromise your leg health. The good news is that there are healthier alternatives. Whole grain breads, or those made from grains like oats, flaxseed, and rye, offer essential fiber and nutrients that can help strengthen muscles, promote digestion, and stabilize blood sugar. When paired with proteins and healthy fats like eggs or avocado, they create well-rounded meals that support your health. You don't have to give up bread, just make smarter choices. Alcohol and leg health. After 60, as we age, our bodies become less efficient at metabolizing alcohol, making it more harmful, especially after the age of 60. One of the major effects is that alcohol impairs the absorption of key minerals like calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D. Without these, your muscles weaken and your bones become brittle, increasing the risk of fractures and falls. Alcohol also directly hinders muscle repair, meaning that after physical exertion, your body takes longer to heal and recover. This results in prolonged pain, fatigue, and a higher likelihood of injury. Additionally, alcohol dehydrates the body, which affects muscle flexibility and contributes to leg cramps. It also impairs liver function, which is crucial for the synthesis of compounds that are vital for tissue. Another concern is the link between alcohol and weight gain. Alcoholic beverages are high in calories and can lead to the accumulation of belly fat. Even moderate consumption can increase body weight, which puts additional strain on your legs and joints. This extra weight, combined with the natural loss of muscle mass that occurs with aging, can significantly impair your mobility and quality of life. Have you noticed that your body feels more tired and sore after a night of drinking? That's a reflection of the stress alcohol puts on your body, especially as you age. Processed meats and their impact on leg health. Many people rely on processed meats for convenience, but these foods come with serious health risks, especially as we age. High in sodium and packed with chemical preservatives, processed meats like bacon, ham, and sausages contribute to chronic inflammation throughout the body. This inflammation can negatively affect your joints, leading to persistent discomfort in the leg muscles, ankles, and knees. Processed meats have another downside: their high saturated fat content. These fats reduce blood flow to the muscles, raise harmful cholesterol levels, and impair circulation. When circulation is compromised, the muscles in your legs receive less oxygen and fewer nutrients, making it harder for them to stay healthy and regenerate. This, over time, results in gradual muscle weakening, which can restrict basic daily activity. Additionally, processed meats contribute to the buildup of toxins in the body, putting stress on the liver and kidneys. These organs play a key role in filtering out harmful chemicals, and when they're overloaded, muscle fatigue sets in. The preservatives found in processed meats can also interfere with glucose metabolism, lowering the energy available to your muscles, and making your legs feel heavy and tired. Although processed meats are easy to prepare, they're not the best choice, especially as you get old. Opting for healthier protein sources like eggs, chicken, fish, and lean cuts of beef is crucial for maintaining muscle strength and health. Small changes, such as swapping bacon for avocado, or olive oil, sausages for cooked eggs, and ham for shredded chicken, can make a significant difference. By making these adjustments, you'll notice lighter, more energized legs, and improved overall health. The trade-off between taste and long-term well-being is worth it. Instant noodles and their impact on leg health. Instant noodles may seem like the perfect quick meal, but they come with a host of health concerns. Made from refined flour and filled with chemical additives, they offer little in terms of nutritional value. This calorie-dense meal lacks fiber, protein, and the micronutrients necessary to maintain muscle mass. Over time, relying on this type of meal can lead to deterioration in leg strength and mobility. One of the major issues with instant noodles is their high salt content. A single serving can contain more than half of the recommended daily intake of sodium. Excess sodium encourages fluid retention, causing the legs to swell and become painful. It also raises blood pressure, which limits blood flow to your muscles. Poor circulation means the leg muscles receive less oxygen and fewer nutrients, making them weaker and slower to recover from activity. The chemical additives used to flavor instant noodles can also harm your health. These additives can disrupt your body's balance, further contributing to muscle weakness and joint discomfort. The dangers of processed foods on leg health. Preservatives, artificial colors, and monosodium glutamate (MSG) are common in many processed foods and can be a major concern for your health. Even in small amounts, these ingredients can trigger chronic inflammation, which impairs joint function and accelerates muscle deterioration. Over time, this leads to discomfort, stiffness, and mobility issues that become increasingly common in the daily life of those who consume such foods. One of the key effects of these foods is on metabolism. The lack of fiber raises the glycemic index of the food, which causes blood sugar levels to spike. This instability in blood sugar affects insulin, preventing your muscles from using energy efficiently. As a result, muscles become weak and fatigued quickly, making even simple tasks like walking to the store feel like a challenge. The hidden dangers in industrially made cakes. Although industrial cakes might smell inviting and taste delicious, they come with significant health risks, especially for older adults. These cakes are packed with processed sugars, hydrogenated fats, and artificial preservatives that disrupt metabolism and irritate the body. The sugar content, in particular, interferes with insulin function and promotes fat accumulation, which not only leads to weight gain but also creates an environment that's unfavorable for muscle health. Another key problem is the presence of trans fats, which are used to enhance taste and prolong shelf life. These fats lower good cholesterol and raise bad cholesterol, compromising blood flow. Poor circulation deprives your leg muscles of essential nutrients, leading to long-term muscle deterioration. Over time, this can result in loss of lean muscle mass, joint stiffness, and potential mobility issues. Regular consumption of industrially made cakes is also linked to chronic inflammation, a major contributor to muscle weakness and joint pain. Ingredients like emulsifiers, stabilizers, and dyes can disrupt the immune system, triggering inflammatory responses that affect the leg joints. This cycle of discomfort, reduced mobility, and inactivity leads to muscle loss over time. Though these cakes are tempting, they lack the nutritional density needed for bone and muscle health, providing empty calories instead of the essential nutrients like protein, calcium, and magnesium. Eating these cakes regularly is like trying to fuel your body with low-quality gasoline. It may seem easy, but your muscles will struggle, becoming weaker, slower, and more fatigued. Fortunately, making homemade cakes with whole flours, fruits, and natural oils is just as convenient, and the impact on your body will be far more beneficial in the long run. Your muscles will thank you with added firmness, strength, and vitality as you re-educate your palate. The risks of ultra-processed cheeses. Ultra-processed cheeses, such as spreads, processed slices, and melted cheeses, may seem convenient and tasty, but they come with hidden dangers, especially for those. These cheeses are high in sodium and saturated fats, both of which have negative effects on the muscular and vascular systems. Excess sodium leads to fluid retention and higher blood pressure, while saturated fats compromise the flexibility of blood vessels, impairing circulation. Poor circulation deprives the legs of essential nutrients, causing muscle weakness and increasing the risk of joint discomfort. Over time, this can make your legs feel heavier and more sluggish, further compromising your mobility. The hidden dangers of ultra-processed cheeses. Ultra-processed cheeses, such as spreads and processed slices, are loaded with preservatives and phosphates, which disrupt the body's mineral balance. Two essential minerals for muscle contraction and bone health, calcium and magnesium, are particularly impacted. When the body struggles to absorb these minerals correctly, it leads to signs of muscle fatigue, joint discomfort, and even painful nighttime cramps. The legs, being large and heavily used, are often the first to show these warning signs. Another critical issue with these cheeses is the lack of high-quality protein. Unlike artisanal cheeses, which maintain a better nutritional profile, ultra-processed cheeses undergo industrial processing that lowers their nutritional value. As a result, even though you're consuming calories, your body isn't getting the necessary amino acids to maintain muscle mass. The loss of muscle is one of the key factors contributing to functional decline and increased dependency as we age. Have you ever noticed that after eating a meal full of processed foods, your body feels heavier and less energetic? This is because these foods deplete minerals and promote inflammation. Over time, the lack of vital nutrients leads to weakened bones and decreased muscle performance. Simple tasks like short walks become more strenuous, and steps that should feel effortless start to feel like obstacles. The problem could be as simple as the type of cheese you put on your toast. A great way to maintain your health is to switch to fresher, less processed cheeses like ricotta, cottage cheese, or fresh mozzarella. These options are far better for your body and contribute to long-term muscle and bone health. These ice creams are high in calories and inflammatory ingredients, including saturated fats and refined sugars. This combination causes blood sugar spikes followed by rapid drops, creating instability in muscle energy. As a result, your legs can feel weak, heavy, and more prone to fatigue. Poor quality ice creams in particular contain saturated fats that negatively impact the cardiovascular system. This impairs circulation, making it difficult for oxygenated blood to reach the extremities, including the leg. The result is often a feeling of numbness, tingling, or even persistent cramps. Over time, these circulation issues contribute to muscle weakening, decreased mobility, and a higher risk of fall. Additionally, industrial ice creams contain artificial colors, emulsifiers, and thickeners, all of which worsen inflammation in the body. Chronic inflammation is one of the primary causes of joint and muscle tissue damage. Continued consumption of these foods can lead to digestive and hormonal imbalances that directly affect the absorption of vital nutrients required for muscle development. Without the proper nutrition, the body cannot maintain its strength and stability. One of the most concerning aspects of industrial ice cream is that it provides little to no nutritional value. These foods are rich in empty calories which don't help build muscle, repair tissues, or nourish joints. As a result, even while enjoying these treats, the feeling of fatigue persists and can worsen over time. For the legs, the effects are clear: less muscle firmness, more everyday pain, and reduced tolerance to physical activity. Every bite robs the body of an opportunity to strengthen itself. The impact of milk chocolate on leg health. For many, milk chocolate is a regular indulgence, but its frequent consumption can have a more significant impact than it seems, especially for those high in sugar and saturated fat. Milk chocolate triggers inflammatory processes that directly affect the joints and muscles. The combination of high glucose and poor fat creates metabolic overload, which accelerates the decline of muscle power. Another concern with milk chocolate is its low cocoa content. Cocoa contains antioxidants which are beneficial for the body, but commercial milk chocolate often lacks these nutrients. Most versions are highly processed and loaded with preservatives and artificial sweeteners, which not only damage the liver and pancreas but also interfere with the absorption of essential nutrients needed for muscle health. The result: tired legs that lack strength, making them more prone to aches and stiffness. The simple sugars in milk chocolate are rapidly absorbed, leading to insulin spikes that deplete muscle energy, especially for those already struggling to maintain lean muscle mass. This fluctuation in blood sugar can be particularly damaging. Additionally, milk chocolate is sometimes linked to weight gain around the stomach, which further strains the lower extremities. Over time, this added pressure leads to joint wear in the knees, hips, and ankles. But you don't have to completely give up chocolate, just make smarter choices. Dark chocolate, with its higher cocoa content, is rich in antioxidants and flavonoids that promote healthy circulation and muscle function when consumed in moderation. By being mindful of your choices and portions, you can still enjoy sweet moments without compromising your leg health. The dangers of canned foods for leg health after 60. Though convenient, canned foods come with hidden dangers that can significantly impact leg health as we age. Most canned items contain chemical preservatives like sodium benzoate and nitrites, along with artificial colors, salt, and other additives. These substances are highly inflammatory and can harm both muscle and vascular health. When consumed regularly, they hinder muscle regeneration and prevent muscles from receiving the oxygen they need to function properly. The extra salt in canned goods is another major concern as it promotes fluid retention, a primary cause of heavy, uncomfortable legs. This retention can lead to pain and swelling, and it may indicate poor circulation or tissue inflammation, especially in those with hypertension, a common issue after the situation worsens as excess salt strains the cardiovascular system, making it harder to supply vital nutrients to the muscles. Another worrying aspect of canned foods is their decline in nutritional quality. Even canned meats and vegetables undergo processing that strips away most of their essential nutrients. What remains is a diet that is low in vitamins and minerals but high in toxins. The body must work overtime to eliminate these toxins, depleting energy levels and compromising muscle performance. Your diet may be contributing more to your ongoing fatigue and leg weakness than you realize. Additionally, some cans contain aluminum, which can accumulate in the body over time. While the amounts may seem small, regular consumption of food stored in aluminum cans has been linked to potential damage to the neurological system and muscle function. This poses an increased risk of falls, imbalance, and gradual muscle weakening, risks that could easily be avoided by choosing healthier, fresher alternatives. Making healthier choices for stronger legs. A crucial first step in preserving leg health is to avoid canned foods and opt for fresh, frozen, or naturally preserved alternatives. Cooking with real ingredients, free from synthetic additives, provides almost immediate benefits for your well-being. This choice not only boosts your health but also helps protect your independence and quality of life in the long run. If you think only processed foods damage your legs, you're in for a surprise. There's more to learn, and soon we'll reveal the 2 most harmful vitamins for muscle health. The truth about these supplements may shock you. Processed snacks and their impact on leg health after 60. Many people enjoy snacks like filled cookies and processed treats, but as you age, their impact on leg strength can be more severe than you might expect. These foods are packed with artificial ingredients such as dyes, flavorings, preservatives, and stabilizers, all of which not only stress your body but also put a strain on vital organs like the liver and kidney. These artificial substances interfere with circulation and prevent the proper absorption of nutrients necessary for muscle health. These processed snacks are low in minerals, proteins, and fiber, yet high in empty calories, offering little nourishment for the body. This is especially harmful to older adults as the body no longer stores nutrients as efficiently as it did in youth. To counter the natural muscle loss that comes with aging, a richer, more functional diet is needed. Consuming foods high in sugar, hydrogenated fats, and salt only accelerates this decline. One of the biggest culprits in processed snacks is trans fats, artificial fats used to improve taste and shelf life. These fats are a major inflammatory factor in modern diets, blocking arteries and impairing blood flow to the muscles. This poor circulation results in discomfort, fatigue, and sometimes a feeling of unsteadiness in the legs. Over time, this fragility builds quietly and the legs become weak. Additionally, the high sodium content in processed snacks leads to fluid retention, which exacerbates swelling in the legs. Swollen legs are a clear sign that something isn't right. When poor diet and compromised circulation combine, they create the perfect environment for varicose veins, chronic aches, and a sense of heaviness while walking. All of this could be caused by seemingly innocence. These foods also lead to blood sugar spikes followed by crashes, triggering a cycle of constant hunger and low energy, which depletes muscle strength and promotes weight gain. The more you rely on these products, the harder it becomes to keep your legs strong, healthy, and functional in daily life. The hidden dangers of processed seasonings and ready meals. From ready-made seasonings and instant noodles to packet soups and frozen meals, industrialized foods are often packed with monosodium glutamate. While MSG is primarily used to enhance the flavor of foods, its effects go far beyond taste, especially for those over 60. Regular consumption of MSG can be harmful to leg muscles, as it affects neurotransmitters that control muscle contraction through the nervous system. Those more sensitive to MSG may experience muscle aches, headaches, tingling sensations, and overall fatigue. When these effects manifest in the legs, they can cause feelings of heaviness, stiffness, and sometimes even slight tremor. Over time, this constant strain can weaken the muscles and impair mobility. The dangers of monosodium glutamate (MSG) and its impact on leg health. As we age, the body becomes increasingly vulnerable to excitotoxic chemicals such as monosodium glutamate (MSG), which can harm neurons. The problem worsens over time, especially after MG not only promotes chronic bodily inflammation but also affects the joints, muscles, and blood vessels. This inflammation severely impacts muscle function and circulation, particularly in the extremity. Poor circulation in the legs increases the risk of muscle weakness, cramping, and mobility issues. Many foods containing MG are also high in sodium, which worsens fluid retention and leg swelling edema. Additionally, MG disrupts energy metabolism, altering how muscles consume glucose for energy. This reduces muscle efficiency in converting energy into strength, making even simple activities like climbing stairs or walking short distances more difficult. Over time, this poor diet can lead to muscle loss, making individuals more reliant on others for everyday tasks. Many people are unaware of their regular MG intake because product labels often hide it under terms like flavor enhancer, yeast extract, hydrolyzed protein, and other technical phrases, making its effects less obvious. The solution is simple: choose natural flavors, like fresh herbs, garlic, onion, lemon, and olive oil, over ultra-processed foods and artificial seasonings. These healthier alternatives can go a long way in protecting your leg strength and overall well-being. The risks of excess vitamin A for leg strength. Vitamin A is crucial for various bodily functions, such as vision, immunity, and skin health. However, excessive intake of vitamin A, particularly from supplements, can have harmful effects, especially on the leg muscle. As we age, the body becomes less efficient at metabolizing and eliminating excess vitamin A, which increases the risk of buildup in the liver and joints. This buildup can lead to muscle discomfort, especially in the legs and back, a condition known as hypervitaminosis. The discomfort caused by excess vitamin A might be confused with joint or spinal issues, as it inflames muscle tissue. In addition to muscle pain, common signs that your nutritional balance has been disrupted include muscle weakness, difficulty climbing stairs, walking, or rising from a prolonged sitting position. Excess vitamin A also interferes with the absorption of essential minerals, like magnesium and calcium, which are needed for proper muscle contraction and relaxation. A deficiency in these minerals can lead to fatigue, cramps, and spasms in the leg. Furthermore, vitamin A buildup in the liver can impair energy production, weakening muscle function. This creates a gradual decline in mobility and strength. Excess vitamin A can also lead to bone demineralization, particularly in the legs and hips, areas that are heavily used in daily life. This compromises bone strength and increases the likelihood of fractures, especially in individuals with osteopenia or osteoporosis. The risks are much more severe in these cases. To avoid these issues, vitamin A supplements should only be taken under medical supervision and in regulated amount. Most people get enough vitamin A from foods like liver, egg yolks, whole milk, carrots, and pumpkin, so there is usually no need for supplements. A balanced diet can eliminate the need for additional vitamin A, especially from fortified products or potent supplements. The risks of excessive vitamin D for leg health. While vitamin D is often recommended for bone health and immune system function, many people don't realize that too much of it can have significant negative effects, especially on leg health. Often linked to bone strength and immune support, vitamin D supplementation is commonly advised for older adults. However, excess vitamin D, usually due to oversupplementation, can lead to a dangerous condition known as hypervitaminosis. Hypervitaminosis D occurs when the body accumulates too much vitamin D, leading to increased blood calcium levels, a condition called hypercalcemia. Symptoms of hypercalcemia include leg stiffness, muscle burning, cramps, joint pain, and other discomfort. This imbalance affects muscle function by disrupting the electrical impulses that control movement, leading to motor coordination loss and muscle weakness. What should be a beneficial nutrient becomes harmful when it leads to calcification of soft tissues like muscles and tendons. Areas such as the knees, calves, and thighs can become stiffer, less flexible, and uncomfortable during physical activity. The excess vitamin D, meant to protect the body, instead limits flexibility and causes discomfort. Elderly adults who take high doses of vitamin D without proper medical supervision are at an increased risk of these issues. Another concerning effect is that excessive vitamin D can damage the kidneys, which play a key role in maintaining mineral balance in the blood. Poor kidney function leads to further retention of substances, worsening leg swelling, edema, muscular discomfort, and weakness. This sets off a harmful cycle. More vitamin D leads to more calcium, which further damages kidney function and exacerbates muscle problems. Vitamin D supplementation should always be monitored and tailored to individual needs based on lab tests and medical advice.
Many people believe that taking more vitamin D is beneficial, but excess can be just as dangerous as deficiency. When it comes to leg health, excessive vitamin D intake can result in diminished mobility and loss of independence. We're here to help you achieve a healthier lifestyle, and our goal is to support your well-being. Don't miss out on our latest videos. Click on the current video on your screen to learn about the 3 essential vitamins every diabetic should take.